So I officially in the 3D broke up with the witch. And so that's like, I mean, no harm, no foul, but just to keep everything neutral, that's the first thing that comes to mind, the witch. So yeah, I was just like, I appreciate, the little gifts because my son's birthday just passed. I'm like, I don't be like my son to be caught up in my madness. So I don't just be going off on people snapping or nothing. I just let them, show their appreciation or do what they do. He get his little gifts or whatever. But I feel like it's for daddling with his mind. I feel like it's something more to it. It's like somebody doing something. So yeah, I let her know. I was like, I appreciate, the little gifts you've been given and whatever, but leave my child alone. Like, I don't feel comfortable the fact that me and you don't have a connection, that you should be connecting with my child. So I just would really ask nicely if you could, leave us alone, leave me and my people alone. And, it's love from a distance, but leave me alone. So yeah, I did that, and it just felt so good because she always tried to like have a hold on me through the people that surround me. And then the fact that last year she didn't even, like, the stuff she doing this year, like, she didn't even acknowledge my son last year for his birthday or the year before that, and this down to 10. Then whenever me and you fall out, and then you go this whole year without talking to, like, reaching out at all, and then like this year you got all this weird stuff going on, and now you're trying to be nice, and it's just like, I don't play them kind of games. Like, and I'm just like, I know I was supposed to give it to God, which I did, and God was like, in order for me to handle it, you gotta speak up, because you can't be the only one beefing. Like, and it's not even beef, it's just like because I'm holding it in, trying to keep the shit cordial, but I feel like people playing in my face. It's just like, okay, say what needs to be said. So that could be the warning. Mother's warning. You don't want father's wrath. So I'm just like, and I was trying to prevent that because, like, I didn't want nobody to take it as I'm being disrespectful to my elders or something like that, because it's not that. It's just like, woman to woman, you know what you want. Just chill out. That's all I'm saying. Chill out by my child. And I'm just like, yeah. And it's wild because I was thinking about my name and his name, and like how it was a bunch of women that named me. Like, my whole name is I got 5. I got 5 names. And it's wild because my mama thought she was gonna name me Lavanshe. Like, listen to how I sound saying it. My name is Lavanshe. Like, I should feel like an NPC just saying some shit like that. Like, it didn't even look like my mouth was moving. Lavanshe. But no. And then she was like, when this is the story of my birth, allegedly, hopefully. I try to be okay with the fact that this is my mother, and then it's like, maybe it's not your mother. I don't know. I don't know. But from the stories I have fantasized and, elaborated on and put toward my little origin story is first off, she said when I was born, I had a bunch of mustard on me. So I was a golden child. Yes, I was a golden child. A mustard baby. And I love mustard. So it's okay. I'm okay with that. And the other part is she was gonna name me Lavanche, but when she seen me, it was like destiny just came to her. And I was like, that was spirit. That was my breath. That was me. Like, and then I was just like, yeah, like, because Lavanche, like, we can't be so for real. Like, I don't think I look like a Lavanche. But, yeah. And then one of my middle names came from The Witch and Her Sister. It's a collab. And then another one of my middle names came from my brother's auntie on his daddy's side, because we didn't have the same daddies. So that was one name. And then I had my missing father's last name, and I also had my mother's last name. So my mother's family side last name. Yeah, you get it. So I'm just like, and then whenever I had my child, my cousin I'm like, I don't want to say that because I don't want to sound like a pussy. But my cousin, they used to bully me. Like, when we got older or whatever, I became more forgiving, because I'm just like, okay, we're family. I'm having this baby. I gotta get my village together. So she helped me name his first name, but I wanted it to be part of his daddy's first name. But I didn't want him to have his daddy's first name, because I didn't want a third, that don't excite me. No. My child has his own personality. He has his own name and his own uniqueness. That's just that. So, and he do. I ain't gonna lie to you, he do. So, and I gave him last name privileges. So, me and my cousin came up with the first name. We went through options. That was cool. I didn't think nothing of it. And then, what else had happened? We picked the name. Then me and baby daddy side, we fought about it for a little bit. Then everybody all came to terms that that's what I'm sticking to. I love my son's name. I think it's very cool. And then his middle name, one of his middle names is the witch's first name spelled backwards. What the That's not funny, but you get the gist of the shit. So that's that. And then his other middle name and his last name is of his father's. So I really just signed off. But like I said, I do love my son's name. So I guess you could say I had a say so in the first name because I fought for it, and you know, I didn't think of it, and I was in a good intention when me and my cousin were talking about it. So that's why I'm just like, yeah, that's my child. Like, that's my child. Like, leave me alone. That is my child. But I be trying not to flip out on people about my baby because, like, I don't want him to have such a chaotic life, like a chaotic upbringing, and then the fact that I'm like the only one that be like really trying to like teach him life lessons. Like sometimes I be looking like the asshole already, so I'm just like, no, like me and my son, we supposed to be like and I'm just like, this is not right. And then I'm like, dang, I also put a lot of pressure on him because I wanted a child like my whole life, you know, because I was just like, my child is going to love me unconditionally because, and I'm going to be a good mom and this, that, and the 10. I always had my mind set up on that. So I was just like, and then plus I thought that the world was going to end like most of my life growing up. So apparently that like triggered something to where I was living this child life, but I wanted to be an adult so badly. But I knew like it's certain brackets that I just can't cross at certain ages. Like I was very, yeah, like that surprised me too. But yeah, I was just like, okay. And then when I finally found love, and I was like, okay, we could do this. And then it was like, oh well, it'll happen for us in the future, and da 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 this, and we're gonna get married, and da da da. And it didn't happen like that, you know. It was ghetto, so not recommended. I had to go to school. I was getting bullied by everybody because I was new to like the area that I was staying in, the the A-Leaf area, and new to the school. And so him and my little group was really the only group of people I had to hang out with, and he knew everybody else. Then it was just like a whole shabaco, and yeah, it was like, yeah, I was I was supposed to be some kind of joke in life, but no, I'm gonna be the only one laughing with me. Ain't nobody gonna be laughing at me unless I'm telling a joke. And sometimes I feel like I'm a comedian. So it's like, don't take me personal unless you know that you was on bullshit. Like, I try not to say no names because that shit lame, but like like everybody just wild. And then it's a whole other shabaco for the me not knowing my papa. Like oh, how I secretly wanted to like know him, but because I found out he had so many other kids, and then like one time I had got like this child support check, whatever, and it was like for a low amount, and I was like, me being all soft minded, I was like, well, he has a lot of kids. He had to like spread it amongst people because see how my bullshit sound? like it wasn't. I only took up for him because my brother and my sister were laughing at me because they actually had a relationship with their father's sides of the family, but their fathers were deceased. So it's like, so like I'm defending myself, but I'm really embarrassed, and I'm just like, no, like whatever. And then like I got to a point where I was just like, I'm like, oh, when I meet him, I'ma hurt him, this, that, and 10. But I was like in third, fourth grade, like I wouldn't dare hurt nobody. Like, oh, you don't want to be in my life, okay? Like, I already got over the why of this situation, so it's just like, but that's now. Then I was a little girl, misunderstanding, and then, partially, well, fully insecure and confused, and just a whole lot of, pieces were missing. So I had to, like, do what I could with the environment that I observed or that raised me. So yeah, that's that.